preemptively. And do not ask me where I was.
I was about to make a joke on that.
December 4th at 7:52 a.m. I don't know.
It was earlier.
But we also don't know where Caleb is, so.
Yeah, Caleb is incognito. We haven't heard from him since.
If any shrimps were in New York City, you know what happened. Hello. Welcome to Shrimp Hours number 125.
Sure.
I didn't make an outline or take any notes. We're jumping into this blind. We got no dudes. It's a goddamn
Thursday.
Yeah, we're here to save the show is what we're doing. Hi, I'm Drive Through. I'm here. Ben's here. Slap's here. Everyone else is dead. Cody presumably got assassinated. Caleb is actually picking up his second Toyota Prius in a row, which is hilarious.
Cody's a gateway.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
he's
right.
working.
You're right.
He's twerking.
He's in St. Louis. That's tough. All right. Start off with the news, which is basically still what's Twitter doing. And I got to talk about the fucking daily downforce, because I talked a little bit of shit on the podcast last week. And since then, like, just all of NASCAR Twitter has turned on their ass. Because their stupid admin was just taking videos and just dropping just brain dead cap. Like, you can tell this is just a kid that they have doing it for free, where they're just like, go get us some Twitter likes. And the internet turned, and I talked some shit, and I'm just gonna say it. Ever since I talked shit about them posting my video, there has been no interaction bait on the Daily Downforce Twitter. It's like actually genuinely stopped.
The Lord's work has been done.
And I pray that they took that kid's fucking password. Oh, why is this in the 5-dude version? Shit.
Well,
been here twice. Or no, 3 times.
This is a professional
do it live. Fuck it.
Fucking
do it live.
Do it live.
So they used to take everyone else's videos and do all this just stupid posting, and I talk shit because they took my video. After I've said some things in the past, and the kid would always hit like on the Daily Downforce account, I thought it was kind of ratty. But since then, it's literally just been like articles, stupid, like just media stuff, like actual professional posting, which is crazy. So I don't know, maybe we got the big heads to turn around. I do think it's hilarious that they've gotten like no likes. Like they get 12 likes, 20 likes, 10 likes, 7
but
likes.
on your shit it was like 700 or something
700 when they stole this one, 138. Yeah. Like you got 100 likes talking about fucking football. And now it's just kind of dead, which is funny. So fuck them.
It's a good thing I don't see them anymore.
Bunch of rats. I didn't even follow them. I would just get people retweeting them on my timeline. It was pissing me off because it was all just cancer content.
Well, I don't have to worry about it anymore.
They blocked Travis, by the way, because he talked so much shit.
Oh,
which is hilarious. Yeah.
That was rough.
I don't know if he directly talked a lot of shit, but he just kept going in on like fake engagement bait, which is like clearly making fun of them. I think he said something which was enough to just get blocked. So, slap, Jesus Christ.
That's going to be in the football segment.
But I mean, there's no other news. We can just talk about it now.
Oh, we're doing 2 minutes of football. Let's do 2 minutes of football. 2-minute warning. Let's go.
So, Eastern Michigan signed this kid. I saw this on Twitter. I saw it doing the rounds. I thought about how to possibly pronounce this guy's name, and I still don't know how. And it's also insane that they said "we know a guy" as the caption for this.
Yeah, so like, Eastern
no.
Michigan maybe gets like a couple hundred likes per tweet. This has like thousands. Like
I like feel bad even showing it on the
85,000.
screen. Jesus Christ.
All right, so I found an interview with him, and he says his name is pronounced Kanega.
Ugh. I mean, that's
I'd really hate to be the announcer for those games.
I'd hate to be his coach. What are you going to say to him if he messes up?
The fact that it's a white guy too. you can't, like, you have to. If that's your last name, how did you make it this many generations without changing it? Like, you have to be somewhat hateful to do that, right? You have to hate your child.
It was like the former majority leader in the U.S. House was John Boehner, but it's clearly spelled Boner.
Mm-hmm.
Boner?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's Boehner. So it's Boner. It like clearly says Boner, but they would pronounce it Boehner.
See, at least that's not hateful. Having a guy's last name literally be K and then the N word is just obnoxious.
It's a soft A though. It's
Change your name, man. Like, you cannot keep.
Dude, he's gonna make so much money on NIL deals and his jersey sales. Like, holy
that's
shit.
the thing is, I'm like
next
one
year,
hand,
I know what I'm getting Ed if I get him on Shrimp.
Jesus Christ. On one hand, it's hilarious. On the other hand, that's kind of weird, right? Like, just to be known as the guy with the slur as a last name.
Apparently, he's a really good linebacker out of high school, but you know,
that's good. Good for him. I'm never gonna say his name. It's Noah. Shout out to Noah. All right, 2 minutes of football. I just want to say it. I picked Christian McCaffrey first overall in fantasy, and I got what is it, 3 1/4 games out of him, and he is deceased.
He is deceased.
No touchdowns from my first overall pick, from like the whole draft's first overall pick. Not a single touchdown. I could have
told you this when he was on the Panthers, man. He couldn't stay healthy.
But he was good last year. He was so fucking good last year. God damn.
He was good when he played.
I figured I'd at least get more time than this, though. God. The worst part is my backup running back is on bye this week, and he's dead. So I've now just have, like, I picked up a guy projected to score 5 points, and that's just what I'm going to have to deal with.
Who cares about professional football? This is about college football because it was rivalry week and South Carolina beat Clemson. That's the only thing that fucking matters.
Not
the miracle
Michigan
interception.
beating Ohio State.
Fuck Michigan. They ain't going nowhere.
Damn.
That's fair.
They didn't
even
pop.
They didn't even drop Ohio State that far, though.
Well, Ohio
sixth.
State's out of the ACC championship or Big Ten championship. They're out now, and so it's Oregon, Indiana for the championship now.
See, I know
But isn't the playoffs based on rankings, though?
Yeah,
like
it's based off. It's based
playoff?
off of rankings, but if you win your conference, you're automatically in.
Okay.
I know I've become a football nerd recently, but don't ever catch me talking about college sports. That's such an American thing. I could never.
Dude, it's like having an NFL team in your backyard. Like, Clemson's like 40 minutes away. It has the biggest. It has like the 8th biggest stadium in the country.
That I know, it's insane that how many people go out to friggin' college games.
Yeah, it's like having like a major team like in your backyard. You could just like go there. And they got like 90,000 people showing up to these games.
I don't even think my university has a football team.
You should see the high school shit up here.
That's crazy. When I hear about people like, you just like, you don't go to high school, your kid doesn't go to high school, but they still go to the football games because it's like where they went to high school. That's kind of insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just watching someone else's kid play high school sports, that's insane. That's not normal.
That is a little bit weird. Last high school game I went to was 4 years ago because it was my high school. It was Wren High School versus Greenville for the semifinals going to state.
Was there anyone you knew personally playing the sport?
No, I'm just Wren alma mater.
See, that's weird. That's crazy.
But the stadium that Greenville plays in was like right next door to my apartment complex I was living in. So I was like, fuck it, I'll spend the like $10 or whatever, go watch this game. See if
you gotta pay money to watch high school sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like $15 a ticket.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like 10, $15. You just roll up in there, watch some good football. You know, it's a hard.
They got to pay for their turf. Their turf
America's
field.
Crazy.
That they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on.
I gotta say, whoever was the marketing manager for football who just inserted it into American life to where it's just like you have like you're fucking, if you're a weirdo and you're in band, then you're playing on the football field before the players go out there. If you're a friggin' cheerleader, then you're there to cheer on the football player. Like the way that they've ingrained football in the American experience is incredible. Genuinely impressive.
Before we end this segment,
that's just like a random, like, you know, school that's like pretty good at like college or high school football. You go to like some of these high schools that are just known for being like the mills of like the next generation of NFL stars, like Burns High School in South Carolina. Like they have had so many people get signed by collegiate programs and go into the NFL. Like there's literally like NFL guys that have kids that move into the Burns district so their kids can go to Burns High School and play football there.
Yep, same
Crazy
up here
work.
with the high school teams around where I'm at.
It's even like that. That's in Ohio and South Carolina. We're small market. You go to Florida, you go to Tennessee, you go to Texas. Texas is fucking insane,
nuts. They love their high
There's
school.
a reason why they made that show Friday Night Lights. Like it's all about Texas. Like there's places there that are like fucking insane about it. They have like 40,000 seat stadiums that are fucking high school stadiums with like suites and shit.
To watch literal children play football.
To watch children get brain damage.
Yep.
Yeah. God damn.
When I was in band in Virginia, it was concrete stadiums.
Yeah, and you got to go out there and march for the football players, right?
Before we end this segment, I do want to say one of the greatest quotes that has been said. This is the Browns quarterback, Jameis Winston. I'm praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard that on Monday.
My brother in Christ, you are the one throwing the football. Wow, I really wish someone would do something about all these bad throws. Throw better, the fuck?
He did. He threw for 500 yards, got 3 touchdowns. He got 6 touchdowns if you count the other team.
Jesus Christ. That's somehow
if you
the most
counted like number of if you counted number of touchdowns thrown for, and you can for both teams, like he leads the league.
Yeah,
I did appreciate the Josh Allen throwing and catching the same touchdown. He threw it to a dude, guy was getting tackled, like just shoveled it out, and then Josh Allen scores, so he gets credited with the throw and the reception. Which that was a great game, by the way. Shout out to fucking Buffalo. Insanity. All right.
Games.
Let's go to Animal Planet. Remember when Caleb specifically asked for the podcast to happen tonight?
No.
Oh, right. You're not on the fucking Twitter.
He said,
which I'll talk about first. I'm no longer on Twitter because Twitter fucking sucks. And every time I opened it during Black fucking Friday, hey, premium is 40% off. Hey, did you know?
I will say,
did you know premium is 40% off?
I'm honestly surprised that they didn't extend it, because every time they previously were like 40% off, you want to get a check mark, 40% off. Every other time they've put a timer up and they're like, in 8 hours you won't be able to do it, and then they've been like, we extended it just for you. But this time they actually didn't extend it. That being said,
it's a full fucking ad every time I want to pull up and look something. Like,
the pop-ups are insane.
I'm
sending people notifications and pop-ups is
porn,
insanity.
bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm not paying for this app.
That's what Reddit's for. Yeah, Twitter is cooked. But Ben also had a tough time with the fucking pop-ups. You set your profile picture to the fucking thing that pops up and just left.
I did just leave. I uninstalled it from my phone and I am never going back.
All right. I hope
you get sent to the camps first, Ben. I hope JD Vance sends you there himself.
All right.
All right. Any other Animal Planet?
I had a helper yesterday. This was peak day. This is like the Wednesday after Black Friday, after Cyber Monday.
Is that a thing? Like on Wednesdays you go nuts?
Yeah, because everybody gets paid on Friday. That's when your paycheck drops. Everybody buys shit online. Nothing moves over the weekend. So on Monday, stuff gets moved. Everybody has 2 days shipping. It drops on Wednesday.
So Wednesday it finally gets there, and then you're delivering it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Wednesday is always the busiest day of the week. And this is the Wednesday after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all that. And so this is the busiest day of the year. I have 507 packages, 314 deliveries to make.
Holy shit.
And my helper did not show up. And so they're trying to find another helper. And they're like, all right, we got a guy. He's fresh out of orientation. This dude shows up. How do I put this? He's not in shape at all. He is, his shape is round. And after 2 stops on level ground, brother is wheezing.
Oh, he's not built for this, man.
He's not built for this.
Is he is he Mike Harmon sized?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like when he's trying to get buckled into the helper seat, like he has to like take the seatbelt, wing it out, and like buckle it like behind him because he has a particularly large posterior.
Jesus Christ! I was gonna say this is like a motherfucker with a seatbelt extender.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And so like after 4.5 hours, I'm like, you know what, buddy? I got about 80 stops left. You want to you good? He's like, yeah, I think I'm good for today, man. And so I just kind of like drop him back off at his car.
God damn. Imagine being so bad as a helper that you just get dropped off because you're more trouble than you're worth. That's tough. You saw that gas usage go up and you're like, nah, get this guy out of the truck.
I mean, I did like majority of my stops with him, so
all right,
we got some stuff moved around.
So what are these pictures you sent me? What is the context
that's
of this?
Friday, so that's the Friday after Thanksgiving, and I got a little country route out there. The guy was on vacation, last week of vacation you can take, so I was filling in for him. And I delivered to a place I hadn't delivered to before. The lady has a farm, has some animals out, and one of them decided he was going to hitch a ride.
So there's some goddamn Animal Planet for you. It's a goat. So I'm assuming you just you left the back open and went and delivered the package and came back and there was just a goat in the trunk.
No, it was the side door. The side door was
he
open.
Climbed up the stairs.
Yeah, he climbed up the stairs. He like because there was two of them.
Dude.
There was 2 of them. One was trying to come in from one side. I'm trying to keep him out, and the helper's like delivering the package. And then he comes in from the other side door, and he's just like comes in. He's just like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'm like trying to like pick him up and like move him, and he's like, "No, I want to see what's in here."
Little cutie though. Just curious, I guess.
Yeah, there's the other one out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the barn cat. The cat on top of the hay bale.
Oh yeah. Dude, imagine
the barn cat was just like chilling up there, but eventually the homeowner came out, and she's just like, gosh darn it, Ramsey, come here. And she just like picks him up and just like, and he's just like kicking and stuff. He wants to go back in the truck, and so she just carries him off.
Dude, he's got the uniform on and everything. He's ready to go.
He's got his Browns on, man. He's ready to go.
He saw all these packages and was like, these are my people.
By the way, those small little like flat things, those are 45-pound plates. Bro ordered 4 of them.
Jesus Christ. You can see just by the state of that box how heavy those fucking there you go, steel plate.
Don't dox the dude.
Whatever, you can't read fucking. I was just thinking, looking at this, imagine being a little fucking goat and you just have a cube of just food sitting out there. Just a massive fucking hunk of just the best shit you could possibly eat. Shout out to those
cat
boys.
just laying on top of it, chilling.
That's a supervisor fell asleep on the job.
Yeah.
He was awake. He just decided I wasn't a threat, so he just went back to going to sleep.
Love a good actual Animal Planet. It's officially reached like the shutdown point of Southern Ontario, where it started snowing and nobody goes outside anymore because it sucks. So I literally went out like the night before, and then today it's just been snowing all goddamn day.
Today I had to go out a couple times, and it's just, this won't make sense to you, DT, but it was like 20 degrees and the wind was like 20 to 30 miles an hour. So it felt like zero.
That's like, yeah, I was gonna say that's like zero, because 23 I think is zero.
I hate the weather here in South Carolina right now.
Oh, like, you're right, 32. My bad.
The weather in South Carolina, like it at nighttime and in through the morning, it'll be in like low 20s. So it's cold, you know, you bundle up. By like noon, it's 50 degrees, sunny, and so you're just peeling off layers. You know, so you're like bundled up, just like got all your clothes on. You got the whole wardrobe, the whole closet's open. You're using everything.
Dude, it's like the fucking desert at night when it just gets like bone chillingly cold and then hot during the day.
I hate it here. Like, just
at least you get the sunlight.
Just decide what to be. Like, be cold or be hot, man. Just, I don't want both.
I do appreciate it.
Unfortunately, we're in the overcast season of vitamin D taken.
Yeah. Pop them vitamin Ds.
Yep.
Because that sun sets at 4 goddamn 30.
And that sun's not shining through those clouds, so
yeah.
Good luck.
I do appreciate the snow just for the look of it and how it like muffles all the noise and reflects all the light. But it do be kind of cold. That's your Animal Planet, I guess. What's supposed to come next? I forgot to check.
Media check-in.
Should be other outlines.
Oh, media check-in. I'm playing a lot of Slapdick recently. Does that count as media?
Were you probably legitimately fucking on kids?
We were legitimately fucking on kids. It's true. We actually fucked on each other the other night. We got a bunch of shrimps in a lobby, and dude, we got Cozy back on the game, and it's like he never left. What's funny is Caleb put so many hours into this game just for Cozy to still be like twice as good as he is. Cozy's got like
Cozy,
no
though.
time
He's
in the
just
game. He's
good at everything.
Dude, he just shows up and just kicks ass.
Except Among Us, we fucking like murdered him before he even got a chance in Among Us.
Too many mind games. It's because we were like too deep into it. We already had all these metas down, and he just got bodied. But these things happen. Any media otherwise to report on? Core Chicagoland happened. It was kind of a mess. I do still need to talk to you about penalties.
Yeah, that's why I was seeing if you were available earlier.
No, I was cooking. I guess we should have done it earlier in the day. Whatever. iRacing announced
I got anime
a couple
to
little
talk
things.
about.
Anime?
Yeah.
If you actually care
Dan
about,
is like actually fucking peak.
can we get a comment if you or an email if anyone actually cares about anime? Just check.
We're
Just
in
an
the media
audience check.
check-in, dude. Wow, dude. My bad.
You should know our audience.
No, it's true. Our audience is probably autistic enough. That's my bad. So Slap, what the hell
like
is Dan to Dan?
Dan to Dan is like peak cinema. This is probably like the best anime of the year. Like not like no cap, on God.
What's so good about it?
It's just like really well written. It's on Netflix. It actually like got like it elicited some tears for me at some point. I'm sitting there like other times I'm like fucking laughing my ass off. There's like a couple of like little references. It's about a guy meets girl. You know, they're both like fucking weirdos, and they both are like, oh, I bet you believe. Like one guy believes in aliens, the other girl believes in like psychic powers and shit. And so the guy says like, oh, psychic powers aren't real, and then she says, oh, well, go here, and like there's supposed to be a ghost here. Like I bet you won't stay the night here. And the guy says, oh, well, the girl says, oh, I think aliens that's a bunch of bunk. And the guy says, well, go here, you'll see aliens there. And then they both see aliens, they both see ghosts and shit, and they both believe in the other person's shit, and they both get like powers and all this other horse shit happens. it's a whole fucking like journey.
All right.
How many episodes do people have to get through before it starts getting good?
One.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Not
isn't
like
like
other
a One
anime.
Piece situation where like, oh, it's good after episode 80. Like, no, we hit like
God.
we hit the ground running on this one.
That's good. That's good because yeah, there's a lot of, which is impressive by the way, because anime takes a lot of fucking like just man hours to make, and there's still some shows with just filler crap out there.
Yeah. And the thing that like caught my attention with it was the first episode. There are some very expressive like animations, like where the girl's like trying to like make fun of the guy, and she like squishes her face, and like the whole like the way it's animated, like her lips get like really pouty and her face squishes in, and it's like, you know, you could tell like the animators are having fun with it, you know.
All right.
So it's very expressive. There's like some references to, you know, some other anime if you know what to look for. The way like some people walk when they're like mad and they're stomping around looks like this other guy from this other anime. I was like, oh, I know that one, and it's just
You're
you know
a
just
nerd.
little in jokes and shit like that. Like you can tell the animators, you know, they're having fun with it, you know.
Is it all 2D?
Like I think the monsters are 3D and shit, which kind of makes sense because it makes them seem like otherworldly.
Okay, that's fun. All right, little quiet podcast for some fucking slap anime talk. There you go. All right,
It all comes full circle.
we'll continue the
Started
speed
off as
run.
an anime YouTuber, failed
True.
miserably.
I wouldn't say you failed. You just succeeded more at the NASCAR thing.
Yeah,
Now all the
NASCAR's
dads love
failing.
you. Damn.
NASCAR's been failing.
All right,
It has.
let's read some goddamn emails.
Send in your fucking
You're a flipping
mail.
male.
Watch your fucking hand slap.
Send in
Never.
your fucking mail.
Send them in, guys.
Watch your
Send
fucking
them
hand
in,
slap.
guys.
I don't give a
What are
fuck,
you
man.
saying?
You better send in those emails at this point. Welcome to
Send 'em in,
fan mail.
guys.
Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
If you're a weeaboo, send us an email, ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Welcome to fan mail, aka carry us through the off season, please. There's only 3 of us here.
Are we gonna
Ripper
not talk
Drown.
about the Thanksgiving plates?
Oh, right. That feels like so long ago. That was a whole week ago. I will say, in solidarity with the Americans, I had like instead of Thanksgiving, some of my like second cousins were in town and we ate a shit ton of Mexican food, and then I went home and passed out. But we did ask the shrimps to share their plates.
And we asked the emailers too.
Oh, do we have any plates in our email inbox? I don't think we do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
we
don't
could
think we-
also save this
Oh, no.
so we get more shrimps in here.
No, that's fine. We need all the content we can get right now. Okay. We only have 2 plates. It's from you and Caleb. No one
I
else
know.
sent in a
Slap,
plate.
did you take a picture of a plate?
No. I was
Oh
taking
my
pictures
God.
of goats.
See, I'm also not really a like food picture guy. I prefer.
I mean,
just
I'm not
eating it.
either, but I did it for the bit.
That's true.
I didn't know we were doing the bit, to be honest.
I don't think I have mine on a plate in a picture, but anyway, I'll judge your Thanksgiving tastes. Okay, this first one is Ben's. So we got a little roll, we got a deviled egg, we got
Deviled egg with a
ham
lot of
slices,
Stuffing.
some kind of stuffing, mashed potatoes, corn bread,
Or casserole.
honestly, I don't know what the hell that is, and then pasta.
Noodles.
Well, it looks like lasagna noodles. What is up with those? What kind of noodles are those?
Those are kind of like Amish noodles. They're like
I don't know
really
what that
good.
means. Okay, I'll take your word for it. So are you
But yeah,
not a turkey guy?
No, I'm not a turkey guy. And ham is easier for people that don't typically cook to do right.
That is true.
So I always go for ham.
So who's the Thanksgiving host here?
It is my uncle. It used to be my great grandma, which is where the
Oof.
plate and the silverware and all that's from. So that's still like
Damn.
70s and 80s plates that we're eating off of.
Did you bring a Geiger
And-
counter?
No,
Yeah,
there might be lead in it.
Lead contamination.
Yeah, there might be lead in it, but not
back in the day.
when you turn the lights off, they're not glowing green.
That's
thankfully.
good.
But yeah, so he inherited the plates, and so we go over there for Thanksgiving.
Dude, I like he's got the diner cups at home. Like you can just see the friggin' like plastic diner cup.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
mean,
if those
that's
are
my
red, those
great
be straight
grandma's.
out of a Pizza Hut buffet from back in the day.
Yeah.
And ever since I was a kid, we've used those same plates.
I'm gonna send mine in there too, because even though it's not a actual photograph, I'll dig it up. But yeah, that looks fine. It's just not a lot of meat. I feel like it's for Thanksgiving. It seems like a really low meat
I
content.
tried to pile as much food on there as I possibly could.
Okay, and only 2 of those were ham slices.
Yes.
Okay,
And one deviled egg.
one single.
The one that would
See,
fit, I just slapped it on top.
I was gonna say deviled eggs usually don't even make it to the plate for me if they're an option. They're like,
Dude, I'm the same way,
Already
dude. Like
eaten.
when I was a kid, they would just like all the adults knew, like, all right, give Slap, the full reign of the deviled eggs. He's gonna have like 6, 8, 9 of them, whatever. Like half of them would make it to the table.
dude.
Like as I'm
they're
going
so
around, I'm
good.
waiting to like get the next thing in
Mhm.
line. I'm like just popping one in. Just
Dude, they're so crushable. Like you can just go just ham fist the deviled eggs. I'm a huge fan.
And for the people that don't like deviled eggs, it's because typically the person that doesn't know how to make food is the
No,
one
it's
that
true. It's
does
dude.
it.
It's just all the Thanksgiving
So,
Discord.
yeah.
Riley Herbst was on Twitter being like, "Thanksgiving food is bad. You just haven't had
No.
a good one."
Yeah,
you
simple as
haven't
that.
had a good turkey. Like I had, like this year's the first year I had smoked turkey. That
Ooh,
shit
okay.
was
That sounds
fucking
good.
banging.
I would think
So-
that would retain all the juices and stuff in there.
Yeah, if you're gonna like do a turkey and like if you do it in an oven, it has to be done like perfect, or else they fuck it up. If you deep fry it or you smoke it, it makes it so much easier.
The
Mm.
danger in deep frying it, though, is that your house could possibly
Yeah, you
burn
gotta
down.
thaw that
Yeah.
bitch. Don't do it frozen.
Yeah. So this is Caleb's plate. So I guess we don't have much info on it.
That's a big ass turkey. Like holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the full leg, which is base. That's the way to go. We got the potatoes with the gravy. We got the stuffing. We got a couple of just kind of sad looking rolls thrown on there. And then what is going on here? Can anyone explain what is
That's
on the
the
right
top
half
of
of
a-
this plate?
I believe that's the top of the corn casserole. It has cheese on it.
Okay, that's fair.
Who the
What is?
fuck out here
Are
making
those
corn
marshmallows?
casserole? Yes,
Yes,
marshmallows on the
that's a-
sweet potato pie.
Yeah, sweet
thing?
potato.
Yeah. Sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top.
Okay. That's not a thing.
I'm
here,
not
I
a
don't
huge
think, but
fan
that's
of it, but some
interesting.
people down bad for it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either, but it could be the same thing that we've talked about with deviled eggs.
Just like a Tennessee thing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never had it, so I can't even say.
I mean,
we
it's
on
good
the
food.
paper
I just-
plates too, which
yeah,
is
the
kind of
paper plate
crazy
is the
work.
big negative for me.
Dude, just if you're eating anything like that's not like a burger or like a grabbable thing, if there is a food that is like in a paper plate, ugh, just the thought of like a fork going against the paper, don't do it.
That's how you get your fiber.
Ugh, you know those things can be stained afterwards. Just wash a dish, man. So
Get that from your
I've
dishes.
got my like Canadian Thanksgiving picture from forever. I didn't get a picture of just the plate, but I've got
Ooh.
oh god, that's big. I've got the boy on there because I was a big fucking
Oh, damn.
turkey leg enjoyer. And we only had like me, my dad, my brother. So this is pretty tame. Like it's
Okay.
literally just parsnips and carrots, the stuffing, and some fucking yams, gravy, cranberry sauce, more turkey. That's it.
You know what?
Oh,
For only
very
being
simple.
like 3 people, that looks really good.
Yeah, my dad will always like he just like I think the holidays are just an excuse to cook a turkey because he just loves cooking turkeys. So it's every Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter. We get 3 turkeys a year, guaranteed. And I can't complain. He's done pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. and I will be there eating the fucking turkey leg.
The big surprise at my Thanksgiving was somebody made what they called cranberry sauce casserole. It wasn't even a casserole. It was more like this
I'll be mixing
parfait,
things with the
cranberry
sauce.
parfait, basically. But it was like fucking good. That shit was like dessert.
Is it creamy? What do you mean?
It was like creamy, had like a bunch of like heavy cream in it. I don't know if it's Cool Whip or whatever, but like, dude, it was fucking good.
So it's like Cool Whip. Was it like
Yeah, but that's a
actual
dessert.
cranberries, or was it like the canned?
No, it was like actual
Jell-O.
cranberries because they still had like the husk
Okay.
of the cranberries like floating around in there.
Well, this
Mm.
the good cranberry sauce has that. When you get actual like berries
Yeah, like
in that
the
bitch.
home style cranberry sauce.
Yeah, dude, I can't. The jelly stuff, that's not good.
Yeah,
You need some goddamn berries in there.
that sounds really good. Oh, and my stepmom, she
Apocalypse
makes
Thanksgiving has the jelly cranberry out the can.
It does.
she makes great homemade pies. So I got like homemade apples in there,
Ooh.
Oh,
and then just slap Cool Whip on top of it. It's like, oh,
Yeah, we did have
Perfect.
a like store-bought pie, but nothing beats a fucking homemade goddamn pie.
yeah. Somebody did bring a pumpkin pie the size of a fucking manhole cover.
Was it one of the like Costco ones?
Yeah, it's a Costco.
Yeah,
it's like
they have
fucking big.
huge ones, dude. They're like unreasonably large. You need like 6 people, and you will still have leftovers.
Yeah,
That's a
if you like that,
fucking
like, you're just
Costco.
eating pumpkin pie for breakfast for the next 5 days.
pumpkin pie and turkey for a week.
That was, I will say, when you have only 3 people and you cook an entire turkey, you will be eating a lot of turkey over the course of the next week. But honestly, can't complain. Make a little soup, you get some sandwiches going. It's a good time.
Turkey sandwiches.
Hell
Turkey
yeah.
ramen.
Oh,
Get some
Interesting.
that's
chicken,
something I've never
chicken
tried.
ramen. You know, put some turkey in there and.
See, I just made like an American style like noodle soup. I didn't like ramen it. I just cooked some actual like noodles and
Dude, I went like full like Japanese style. I had like the eggs over here, topped with green onions.
did you like
had the
slice it so you get a little bit of skin on each piece?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That sounds really good.
All right, now that we're all hungry, let's read some emails. The first one comes in from T-Bone. Who says, Dear Shrimps, I just got up to Shrimp Hours 111 Beef Rod, and Caleb brought up having crazy racing dreams, so I figured why not share. First dream was weeks before the 2022 Daytona 500. I had a dream that testing was going on when a massive crash happened in turn 2 involving 8 cars, including AJ Allmendinger. Dude, this is really specific. Who had his entire windshield broken off as one solid flexible piece. The last part of the dream I remember is him crawling and passing out on his hood, and I jumped awake at 2 in the morning. God damn. Second dream, I was watching the Spanish Grand Prix when suddenly a massive crash involving Lewis Hamilton that was so bad he was flung onto the track. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
This then caused Alonso to lock his brakes into the left-hander going up the hill. You have specific turns in the middle of the lap, hitting the gravel in a way to lawn dart the barriers, and proceeded to launch Alonso out of his car onto the hill. Jesus Christ.
We got bodies.
Oh my god. I don't know why I had these dreams. Thankfully, I haven't had any afterwards. Also, thank goodness I did not have the pounder in the midst of the E. coli outbreak. From T-Bone. Thank you.
Getting E. coli from the pounder's got to be a bad way to go.
Dude, why just dreaming of dudes getting thrown from race cars? That's insanity. Speaking of which, I guess now the pounder is probably safe, right? The E. coli is probably passed.
Sure. I had a 2 cheeseburger meal and I felt fine afterwards.
All right. I actually couldn't think of the last time we've been at McDonald's. It's been a goddamn while. I haven't had any cravings either, so I guess that's good. Skylar writes in and says, "Hey Shrimps."
Expensive now, anyways.
Dude, unreasonable nowadays.
They do have a $5 thing that's more reasonable now, but
Yeah.
anything else on
Okay,
there is
$10 for a
still.
Big Mac meal.
It used to be the dollar
It was like
menu, not
$8
the
for my
$5
2
menu.
cheeseburger meal, a large one, supersized.
Skylar writes in, says, "Hey Shrimps, longtime fan of the podcast. I've watched every episode and been a fan of Cody's and DT's for a while. I'm sorry. My question is, now that Ryan Preece is on a good team, how do you think he'll do in 2025? From Skylar. P.S. NASCAR sucks."
Mid.
It is true. He joined like SHR when they were fucking dying.
Didn't we already ask this question?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, okay, never mind. This was sent a while ago, but they sent their second question as a reply to this one, so I read this one first.
Oh.
My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to Ryan Preece. Anyway, the actual new email, which next time just send a new email. Skylar, don't reply to yourself. Skylar says, "Hey Shrimps, back at it again. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Who do you think is a sleeper for the NFL playoffs?" I think it's Denver, but I'm biased since I'm a Denver fan.
Well,
I don't know
they barely
about
beat the
football.
Browns, so
A sleeper for the playoffs.
I mean, it's weird because like there's like really bad teams and there's good teams, and there's like no in between.
I'm gonna look up the NFL standings. I've not done this all season.
and the
'cause
issue
only
is
thing I care about
most of the
fantasy.
teams is just an injury away from season ender, like the 49ers.
Yeah.
Well, the 49ers got fucking everyone's dead. And it turns out Brock Purdy might be a fraudulent quarterback. So how does this work? There's wait, what?
If you
It's
win
confusing.
your division, you're
There's
automatically
8
in.
conferences? Or sorry, there's 8 divisions?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the top 1 makes it?
And then
Yep.
there's wild cards.
How many? All right, yeah,
It's kind of
football
like the
makes sense.
NASCAR playoffs. You just kind of let it happen.
Everybody gets in.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
I would say one sleeper might be Tampa Bay, but Baker Mayfield is injured currently, so I can't really call him. I don't think they're going to get far.
It's hilarious that because there's why are there 8 divisions with 4 teams each? That's insane. Like the fact that right now the Falcons are at the top of their division with a 6-6 record. And Cody's gonna love that I'm mentioning this. The Packers are second to last in their division with a 9-3 record. That's obnoxious. That's like worse than
You just
hockey.
get lucky. Like sometimes teams go under 500 and still make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, it wasn't like one year.
How is this acceptable?
Yeah, was it 1 year? I think this happened in the same year. San Diego
wasn't
was
like
like 10. San Diego was 10-6, missed the playoffs, but the Seahawks that had a losing record made the playoffs because they won their division.
So is that just generally accepted by football fans that it's just insane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Can't argue with that.
A losing team making the playoffs happens like once every 12 years or so. So it's not that bad, but it's not like a Joey Logano 2024 situation every year or whatever.
Dude, shout out to the fucking Lions. God
Yeah, you don't have
damn.
the Carolina Panthers making it. Well, I say that the Panthers are still playoff eligible.
They're 3 wins out, which is insane.
We still got a shot, baby.
Dude, I believe that's my sleeper pick. Chubba Hubba and the Panthers. They're going all the way.
The Panthers win out, and the Falcons lose every game from here on out, and then become NFC South champions.
The Falcons do the most Falcons thing ever, and just fucking lose the rest of their games.
T-Bone wrote another email and says, "Dear Shrimps, on Shrimp Hours 115. Oh, I'm on Shrimp Hours 115 now. And you checked out the Cole Custer car with NXT on CW as a sponsor. All I have to say is it'd be a damn shame if Slap knew about an NXT wrestler named Nikita Lyons."
Hold on here.
I'll pull it up.
Hold on.
I'll pull it up.
All right.
Is it Nikita? It's gotta be Nikita because it's got 2 T's.
You can't say that.
Jesus Christ! Don't you ever? Jesus Christ!
Oh
my God.
I mean,
it's not mommy.
Slap will do some post podcast research. Thanks for sharing. I know I've consumed
some post nut clarity here.
Jesus Christ. I know I've consumed an unhealthy amount of shrimp hours in less than a week, but in all honesty, it's been a blast to catch up, especially when ill as I've been for today, American Thanksgiving. Sorry to hear that. Keep up the great work. Unfortunately, this is the last episode. It's true, from T-Bone. I'm sorry that you're watching so much shrimp hours. That's unfortunate.
That is not good to your brain.
Thomas writes
There's at least one person that falls asleep every night listening to us, and then they just hear shrimp hours on repeat as they sleep.
Dude, they're just like subconsciously like they wake up the next day and tell their friends to kill themselves and like, wait, I don't know where that came from.
They show up to work the next day in a Ryder truck, just completely unannounced.
Thomas writes in and says, "What's up, shrimps? First off, to defend myself from last week, because we alleged that he knew too much. Everything I've learned about shrimpage is public information on either the podcast or someone's channel. It's concerning that we've laid out that many breadcrumbs and you've been able to piece too much of it together. Second off, I've not made any sort of death threats in any emails. No death threats, only suggestions for possible solutions. Therefore, I'm not even close to being in shrimpage." Okay, fair. Honestly, I'm not sure how y'all haven't been taken out by the feds or the France family death squad. If you still want to come get me, I'll have you know I sleep with my curtains open. With all that being said, on God, I would take up Caleb's offer to be on the podcast once and never again because I have to live a life like Rusty, R.I.P. True. Also, this is not Ed's burner, though I'm honored to be held in that regard. Wash your fucking hands, Slap. Wow, no, just the fact that you cared enough to write an email. I know you're not Ed.
Yeah, Ed would not.
That is true.
He would just be like, we wouldn't bother. Andrew R., our good friend from down under, Andrew R. writes in. He says, "Good afternoon. Yesterday, the cricket team that I play for got rained, which meant that no day's play was had. Nevertheless, some of us mucked about and kicked a football. As I'm an Australian who grew up playing Aussie rules football, I can still reliably kick a ball 50 meters. That means nothing to either of these guys. Riddle me this.
Yards.
If the average successful field goal distance in American football for 23-24 was 41 yards, and your average completion rate within 40 yards was 85%, and you get 4 downs to do whatever you like, why wouldn't teams just kick for goals every time they got inside 40 yards, knowing full well that an unsuccessful attempt just means that the next down is started from the same point? The compounded failure rate for 3 field goal attempts within 40 yards is 0.33%.
Because once you attempt a field goal, that is basically like it's basically like a kickoff. Is what it's treated like. If you kick and miss, the other team gets it automatically, regardless of how many downs are left.
Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to kick it from your opponent's like 40, and you miss, then your opponent takes it over.
Starts on the 40.
Yeah, you don't get a second shot at it.
I guess that makes sense. P.S. Andrew R.
There's
says
nothing stopping you from kicking on second down if you want to.
Like teams do that, like when they're running out of time, like they'll get a first down, they'll call a timeout, and then they'll kick the field goal. But if they miss it, it's the other team's ball.
Okay, that makes sense. I think that actually answers the question then. And Andrew says,
I know American football is stupid and doesn't make any sense, but you know, this is the Gordian knot, the spaghetti bowl of rules that we have concocted over the last century or so.
To hate on Americans some more, it is insane to me that you motherfuckers have the most complicated sport on planet Earth with all these stupid numbers, and the points are insane and the rules are obnoxious. But because everybody grew up with it and they've all are used to it from birth, they're watching football, that as soon as a Canadian scores 1 point on a rouge, everyone's like, what is this horrible nonsense? This is complete baffling.
I think that's based, and I think we should put it in the NFL.
Recipe score got me.
Score of 1-0.
I will say
wouldn't
one
wanna
of
see a
the only fun
1-0.
part about the scoring being absolutely fucking insane is that
Scoregami, it is
Scoregami
possible.
exists. Scoregami would be deceased if there was a Rouge.
Dude, the whole board's getting lit up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can thank Canton, Ohio for that.
It would make sense that motherfuckers from Ohio would come up with this ass backwards point system.
And Ohio's not real, so you know.
So football's not real.
The longest goal from a set mark in Aussie rules football is 76 yards, which, if you allow for the end zone, would be the same as a 66-yard field goal in American football. That's probably happened before, right?
Didn't somebody make a 70-yarder like a year or two ago?
Longest NFL field goal.
Like 72, I think?
66.
Ain't no fucking way.
No, 66 was the old one.
That's
made it
Janikowski's
harder.
record way back
Yeah.
when.
All right, well, Google sucks. The longest attempt was 76. Apparently, in practice, some guy hit an 82. But then if I look at this other website,
Yeah, it's
that,
saying Justin Tucker's 66 in 2021.
Damn.
yeah, okay.
I could have swore it was longer than that.
I swear to God, Justin Tucker made a 70-yarder or something.
Yeah,
Or I think he attempted it.
Yeah,
that could have been it.
but the Australians can kick farther.
Well,
Which
they
I
have a
think
different ball.
that's true. They also kick more. All right. Next email comes in from Jack, who says, "I do not care for the daily downforce." Hell yeah. Their blatant engagement baiting, complete lack for any original input on Twitter, and just stealing everyone else's content. Exactly what's wrong with Twitter and monetization on it. I've yet to see them post one original piece of content, not clearly engagement farming. They do now. They act like some major media source when all they do is buy out a magazine and claim some NASCAR YouTubers as their own, which I feel has made said YouTubers more corporate and no longer enjoyable to listen to. I hate the daily downforce. I think they would be fine if they didn't give their Twitter login to a kid who does it for very little money.
Yeah, but they were in the situation where they wanted all publicity, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah,
That's
and I don't
Twitter
think,
monetization for you, I guess.
yeah, that's true. I guess they bought
So
their check
even
mark
if
and they
it's a
want a
kid, or
return
if you're
on
pretending to
investment.
be a kid, you're trying to get that engagement.
Either way, everyone's turned on them, and it seems they've backed off a little bit. So I guess that's good. I appreciate everyone making their thoughts heard.
Or leave Twitter altogether.
Oh. Hell yeah, Jack also sent a tweet about that stupid Carl Edwards shirt that we made fun of. The Xfinity Series champion shirt.
Oh yeah.
Which June on Twitter has pointed out is a Cup Series car not from 2007.
Oh my god. Yeah, it has the Nextel.
Yeah, it's like a 2005 or 4 fucking thing.
So,
But then it says 2007 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, which I understand. They're just trying to like list all his stats and be like, here's where he was a champion. But it's so big that it just, like, I don't know why you wouldn't just go on eBay and buy a good shirt, but that's just me.
You can buy a good shirt for less on eBay.
Next email comes in from Roman. It says, "Hello Shrimps, how y'all doing? This is just the second email I'm writing in. I'll start off with touching back on last episode when you guys were mentioning about the scattered shopping carts. A few weeks ago, I'd gone for a walk, and on 2 separate occasions, I stumbled across some carts lying around. Good thing I took some pictures of them for this occasion. Unfortunately, they weren't in groups of carts, so there's no interracial cart mating this time."
Damn.
And Roman has sent in some wonderful pictures of shopping carts in the wild.
Yeah.
Dude, this one, this
that's
one looks like a
liminal space.
story. This is a whole, like, this is art. The way it's
That's
sitting
a
at the
liminal
end of the
space if I ever
sidewalk,
saw
and there's just a
one.
hill and a fire hydrant. It's like this. I mean, that's one of the best. This
wanna
almost makes me
geoguess
want to
this?
start. Oh, Let's look at a few other cards because this looks like anywhere in the US. This almost makes me want to start a like gimmick social media account that just posts like shopping carts in places they don't belong. Maybe that exists already. This is definitely in Texas, by the way. But shout out to this cart.
About to say that previous one looked like an album cover.
Dude, yeah. The way it's like the photo behind it and it's pointing just out into the end of the sidewalk. Shout out to this dude in the forest. I say it's Texas because this is an HEB, which I think is a Texas grocery store chain. This is another like album cover. I love the way that they're just pointed into the beyond.
No, that looks like a man.
Yeah, there it is. I was gonna say it looks like the man meme. Well done. That's great. Meme. That's perfect.
I was just about to say that. I was like, that's the man meme.
It's so sad that the Daily Downforce is going to take this.
Don't you ever. I might save that. That's
Keep
really good. Keep
your wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to. Roman says, I also want to mention that the Daily Downforce has turned into one of the dumbest accounts on NASCAR Twitter. I love that we're catching up with the discourse now. I have a hard time figuring out if they're being stupid on purpose to get clicks or using ChatGPT. Also, Davin, they got yo ass using the Dodge Raceway Stadium video. Yeah, they did. I think I ratioed them by I think all I did was say like, nah, they use my ass for engagement bait, and I had like industry people liking my tweet where I blocked them, which I thought was funny. And NASCAR drivers too. I don't really have a question aside from politely asking Caleb to kill himself. Take care from Roman. We'll pass your message along. We've got 9 more. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
No, this is great actually, because we're getting carried.
I'm going
Keegan, shut up. Keegan writes in and says, hey Shrimps, I don't remember if I sent one out already, but who cares? Content. Appreciate it. I was listening to episode 63. And after an edit, DT mentions charging per edit, and Slap said 10 cents. How much money would each shrimp owe? I should have kept track from the start, but because I missed the start, I haven't.
$3.
It's Slap, Caleb, everybody else.
It's Slap. It's Slap, Caleb, Ben, Cody.
Ben has caused like 1 edit ever. Two edits that I can think of.
He's trying real hard not to do a third right now. I can see it in his face.
I guess technically my computer has made me do like 2 or 3, but that's still pretty low.
Hey Ben, who's the new linebacker for Eastern Michigan University?
No. Yeah, it's mostly Slap and Caleb. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. I think the very first time we had to like
do it again.
I think the first time we had to actually edit something out of the show was on the Ryan Vargas episode when Slap just said something just unhinged. This is like before we were like off the rails all the time. And I forget if Ryan asked or if we were like, hey, do you want us to take that out? And I think he was just like, yeah. Didn't need to be there.
Don't ask me about the Argentinians.
Jesus Christ.
That was the start of the downfall of the podcast.
Yeah. So if you ever wonder why the show comes out so late, it's because either we record on a Thursday like right now, which doesn't happen that much, or I have to edit a bunch of shit and I just don't feel like doing it. It's not like editing takes a lot of time. I just want to do it less, so it takes longer to get done. Second question.
In other words, he's a pussy.
What is a hill you will die on? Doesn't have to be racing related. Thanks, Shrimps, from Keegan. I've died on a lot of hills over the years. I don't know.
Listen, I've nailed myself to a lot of crosses.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I can't.
If you scroll through my Twitter, you will find many hills and many deaths. That's all I've got. Mark, who graduated from that crazy high school, sent us an email. Just said dogs out. It's just a picture of his. Like, these are sick. Christmas themed inflatable dogs on the front yard. Just dash-ins with presents and fucking Santa hats and shit. I respect it.
There is some Bluey lore in that. Hiding
Oh,
in
is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Watch
Either way, thanks
kids'
for
cartoons.
the dogs.
It's a good
Yeah, you don't have a
cartoon.
kid. Hold on. I actually have wanted to watch it, but you can't really get it.
Ben's
here.
a groomer.
Next email comes in from Harley. By the way, Harley outed me the other week. I got a DM from Jonathan Cadell today who said I watched the podcast where he called me fat because there's that one picture of him in the email and I was like, is that fat Jonathan Cadell? And then I was like, actually him.
Oh no.
I maintain he was wearing his Dale jacket on top of a hoodie and it made him look larger. But also, Harley, you're a rat for sending that to him. Harley says, hey Shrimps, I forgot to send this in last week. I wanted to send over my nominee for Paint of the Year. I love the primary Ross Chastain Bush car and I'm sad it didn't get featured. One of my favorite paint schemes of all time. Good, but the fish car is better.
Red Rocket Nut of the Year.
No, the fish car is better. That's the only reason I didn't include it, is because just the fish one is so sick. Another news, my team is back for the Moon Card 24 this year. Oh, are signups for that has that happened, Ben?
Yeah, it's already happened and it's already full.
Oh, no one told me. Are we not doing it?
I don't know. Unless Blake signed us up.
Don't you run that? Or are you just hands off now?
No. Travis hand deals with all that.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll probably have someone back out and then jump in because I think that's what we did last year anyway. I guess it's happening in like a week, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I've just not
Gotta
been
get
keeping up.
our Shrimp Miata Rider truck back in there.
Well, I don't know if we have anyone to race it because I would do it, Ben would do it, Blake would do it, but that'd be 8 hours
Rusty
apiece.
used to do it.
Rusty wouldn't do it anymore. Caleb wouldn't do it
He's
anymore.
washed.
Cody,
Caleb
Caleb
would
would
do
do
it,
it.
but it would make it animalistic.
Dude, I expected Caleb to be bad, but I did not expect him to be as bad as he was. Like, he just couldn't get through a set of corners. It was so bad. The fact that him and Rusty both got 2 speeding penalties on their first stint in a car with a speed limiter. It was just like Raz City, dude. Anyway, Harley Payne is racing with 6 dudes in a car, and just like his usual whatever the hell sunset get up. You gotta put it on the door handle, man. That's what I do. Can't read it. It's like behind the door handle. Anyway, look out for those guys. I will say I liked the idea of our yellow car last year, but then the leaders were driving a bright yellow school bus car and we just looked like frauds. I mean, I guess we kind of were. Anyway, Harley says, last order of business, Georgia Southern kicked App State's sorry asses back to Boone and got their coach fired. Damn good time at the stadium. Hopefully we get a good bowl game to finish the year. Stay warm, it's cold as fuck.
State?
I don't even know what state is Appalachian. Where is that?
It's Boone, North Carolina.
Okay.
They're right next to North Wilkesboro.
Oh. P.S. I've got an Animal Planet submission for the week. Some App State fan traveled to the game and would whistle really loudly every time the Mountaineers did something good. Some dude eventually got up and yelled something like, "That's enough whistling out of you," and a cop got involved, and the guy did not stop. Interesting. Eventually, Georgia Southern stuck the dagger in with 50 seconds left, and we all wished him and his friends clad in yellow a merry go fuck yourself as he left. We rushed the field after App biffed a field goal and turned it over with 17 seconds left. Shout out to college football.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan sent another email and says, Core presents the Chicagoland Disaster Class. Lots of wrecks, 10 out of 10 banger, would recommend. Great call by CH. Caleb was alone for that one, shout out.
He did solo it.
And that was kind of messy, but it's okay because we're going to a 3rd mile track this week.
If
what
you
could
thought that
possibly
was
go wrong?
messy.
To be fair, there were a couple incidents that didn't need to happen that definitely extended how many cautions we had. Mr. Ass writes in, after 2 years, I finally got some snow. It was less than half an inch and most of it melted by the afternoon, but holy shit, we got snow. I don't know where Mr. Ass lives. I guess
he lives up in North
near
Carolina,
North
right?
Wilkesboro, yeah, because he goes there all the time. Nothing else to talk about. I just want to recover my email streak after forgetting to email last episode. The funny part is that comes out in this episode because we're recording so goddamn late. I did think it was funny that like Caleb in Tennessee got snow before I did this year.
That is nuts.
Benjamin Branscombe writes in, says, "Howdy Shrimps, long time no email. Hope all is well. Wanted to email something from back in May. I went up to Flat Rock Speedway to cover the ARCA East race as a freelancer. When I was there, I had to use the facilities and was greeted with this."
Oh
God.
And has sent in a picture.
No.
And it
my
is
God.
full trough, dude.
What is that?
He said, "No,
Why do we have a water
change
heater?
jar." This is.
We have a
Change
water
jar next
heater
to the
that's
trough.
rusted with splatter from the trough.
Oh my God, dude! Oh my God,
guys,
that is
whoa,
a
guys, whoa.
well-used
Whoa.
trough too. That's crazy work,
That is hard.
Well, maybe they need money for a new water heater.
dude. That water heater is.
It's living
I
alive.
love the way it's just plugged into the bottom of this too. So what is the change jar for? If you gotta pay to use this thing, it's just not worth it. I mean, that you can't be charging for a fucking trough. What is the change jar for?
That's a podcast.
Send it in.
Ben says, "I want to note this wasn't my worst trough experience of 2024. That came at Florence, with it being so cold you could see steam off the piss, which was the most vile thing I've seen in a long time. Just wanted to pass that along. Hope you're well. Best from Ben." Oh my God.
These things happen.
It's almost as bad as when you're delivering like late at night and then you see like a steamy turd in somebody's front yard. That means the dog's been there.
Yeah.
Everything's fresh. The change jar, the rust, the trough rust. That's crazy work. Cooper sends in an email. Says, "Hey Shrimps, since Spotify Wrapped came out, I thought I'd tell you guys a bit about mine. Last year, Shrimp Hours was my most listened to podcast. I'm sorry.
No.
They told me I was the #1 listener to Shrimp Hours. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
You might get visited by the feds.
This year, Shrimp Hours is still my most listened to. You gotta stop. But they didn't tell me if I was once again the #1 listener, so I probably wasn't. I usually listen when I mow the lawn or go to bed. Anyway, thanks for your amazing podcast. Keep up the quality content. Coop Dog out."
Quality.
It's not about quality. I actually should check our. Can I do that now? Let me see if I can check our like podcaster version of the Spotify Wrapped. That'd be fun to do on the show.
I don't use Spotify, so
Me neither, but I have to do the podcast through it. Oh right, they changed it. They always changed. It used to be Anchor, then it was.
Oh yeah.
Then it was like Spotify for podcasters, and now I'm jumping through a bunch of hoops because they changed the name of it again, and now it's Spotify creators, which actually we can add thumbnails now. And I don't know if you've noticed, we've had thumbnails. I don't know if you've noticed, we've had thumbnails on the podcasts on there, which is interesting. How do I? Oh, here we go. Wrapped. Okay. See if I can do this without like giving away everything. God damn it. Damn it, I have to edit that. This stupid Spotify UI. Did you see that? I literally clicked on Wrapped and it was like, "Hey, do you want to log into your Facebook? Here's your email address on the screen." Fucking Christ.
Well, there's a couple cents going down and going into the
Yeah, now that I've edited my email address out because Spotify was like, here it is. Let's look at our Spotify Wrapped for oh, it opens in a new tab. I swear to God, if you pop my email again. All right, we're good. Is this a percentage?
Does this have to load up to 100?
We got stuck at 20. How slow can it be?
How slow is your internet is more like it.
We got to like 20. Oh, it's 2024 Wrapped. Woo. Shrimp Hours present. Dude, how many things do I have to click on to get this fucking... Oh, they did a cute little like... Ooh, look at that. All right. Fans
First, let's start with
really
your email.
loving your show in 2024. You took it to
Here's
a
your
whole...
home address.
Did we take it to a whole new level this year? We gained 14% streams. Wow. And 24% followers. Wow. 14%. That is not much.
Yeah, we increased from 4 to 5.
Share. Is that it? Oh, okay. No, we have more stuff. I gave the share button. I was like, okay, 14%. I guess that's all. 45% of our listeners, something. 45 discovered us this year? What happened to the OGs, man? Share. Who wants to share like a specific thing? God damn. Our top episode was 94.
My personal thought trap.
That's a surprising one. I don't think that did numbers on YouTube. Shout out to Spotify. You guys like my personal saw trap. Streamed 139% more than your average episode. Damn. I can share that specific thing if I really want to. Ever wondered who your audience is? I think we know.
Are they going to give us names?
Can we get a percentage of autism diagnosis? Let's break it down. 28% 18 to 24, 33% 25 29, 4% 55 plus. That's just Caleb's dad, right? And Rusty, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of nuts. I'm kind of surprised how many old people are listening to us. What's wrong with you guys? Maybe it's all the slap fans that are dads. They're all tuning in. Listeners aged 45 to 54 grew by 100%.
So it went from 1 to 2.
Yeah, exactly. In 2024, your show traveled the globe. Yeah, I bet. 8 countries. United States is your top country. Who'd have thought?
Wow.
That's it. That we don't get any percentages. Okay. Your fans have great taste.
I don't think they do.
Other than your show, they also loved Joe Rogan.
No.
What's wrong with you guys?
Oh my god. Really? That's tough.
Is this real? Is that a real statistic? I don't know if I believe that. Drinking bros. Who? MRN classic races. That's the only believable answer so far on this list. And Pat McAfee.
Sure.
And Sean Ryan. Who is that?
I don't even know who that is.
Is that the Hot Ones guy? Or is that a different dude? He kind of looks like him.
That's a different dude.
Country. Oh, it shows their music. Country #1 rap and then underground hip hop.
Okay. Sure.
I'm actually learning more today than I thought I would. Audiobook, John. You guys listen to audiobooks? Political science, sports, arts, and entertainment. I think that's just Spotify trying to push their platform.
Yeah, political science, and you're listening to Joe Rogan.
That is insane work. Listeners can't keep their eyes off. Listeners can't keep their eyes off you. I guess this is about us doing video podcasts. Your videos, they're all videos. They always have been. Your show is in the top 10% of video podcasts on Spotify.
There must not be that many then.
Yeah, that's a dig at the platform. I don't want to share that. Shout out to your biggest fans for keeping you at the top of your game. Wow. You're a top 10 show for 52 fans. That's not a lot. I'm a top 5. Dude. Okay, so we got 52 top 10 finishes. We got 47 of them in the top 5. How many top 1s are we? How much? Okay, these are the true no lifers. If we're your number one podcast, 21 people. Oh no. Oh, that's tough.
That's a Formula One field.
Your top fans listen to you 8.4 times more than your other listeners. Yeah, that's a weird stat, but okay. 21 people listen to our show number one. That's kind of insane. All right, it's deciding what kind of creator we are. Please say washed.
You are
Storyteller. I
Sure.
guess.
Slaps
Does that just mean
crazy
we
ass
yap
moments.
a lot? How long is this thing? Oh, we got 5 stars. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right,
Thanks to
there
the
we go.
like definitely one person that rated us 5 stars on Spotify. But you know, rate us 5 stars if you feel
that
so
should be
inclined.
something we do on the podcast is go through the reviews,
I don't think there's any
Like that.
reviews.
iTunes reviews and
Maybe
shit.
maybe there is. Thank you for giving people something to talk about. We'll do that next week if I remember, which I won't.
It's
Wow.
not over yet. It might be.
Thanks, Spotify. That was your Spotify wrapped Shrimp Hours experience.
Mm-hmm.
That was really long to tell us a lot of things that we already knew, except for the fact that some of you sickos are listening to Joe Rogan. That's bizarre. All right, we have 2 more
Not only
emails.
that, it's their number one.
That is crazy. That's the number one podcast that other people listen to. 2 more emails. Jack says, Bleacher Report is reposting an Ed Soundhead clip. What is life? We need to revoke these people's access to social media. So actually, Gabe Wood posted, like, pointed that out today before I even got this email. He said he saw it on TikTok, but then didn't give a link, which is kind of insane. And then I got this Jack email and sent the link to Ed. Ed's reaction was basically, what the fuck? This is just some random video from 2022. It's just Bleacher Report Racing. It's just a completely random clip from just a random Soundhead Wreckfest video. It's not even much like context to it. It's just there. And Ed's like, okay. At least it's not some like Lightning McQueen thing. Anyway, final email. It's another Keegan email. Appreciate you, Keegan. It says, hey Shrimps, I have animals to report at a McDonald's that I'm unfamiliar with, and then dropped an address, which I mean, I guess it wouldn't be doxing if it's a public McDonald's, but
It is a public McDonald's.
anyway, Farmington, Minnesota. Shout out. At the end of also like Caleb say in this case, I'm in the wrong, but I don't think so. What? Okay. At about 10 a.m., my girlfriend and I are contemplating breakfast. We set our sights on a McDonald's that's coming up. We're still a little ways out, but eventually we put in the order and just drive there. We get there, I say we have a mobile pickup order with my name and the code. McDonald's breakfast is done at 10:30, but our order was sent in before that time. I arrive at the speaker asking for my order, give them all my info, and they said, because you weren't here at 10:30 in the drive-thru, your order has been void. I pull back to the parking lot, and my girlfriend makes a call to the manager, who said, it's fine, we'll make your order because it was before the time. We go through the process again, and the lady at window 1 was giving me attitude because the manager offered to make our order, but the window 1 lady was still giving me a hard time because breakfast was supposedly over. I pulled to window 2 and asked for the manager, and it took 5 minutes to get her to talk to me. I gave her the whole rundown, and she offered to make it. The most infuriating part was she straight up lied to me. On the phone, she said, we can make your order. But when I got to the window, she said no to making our breakfast, even though she said she would. Later, I got on the phone with a different person just to ask if we're getting our money back. And the guy on the other end started rambling about how they ran out of breakfast food, and that we should have called before placing the order to see if there was still supplies. I'm not usually a person to get upset or complain about how things are run, but was there something going on here, or was I wrong? I'd like to hear Caleb first in the case. Oh, well, tough.
Yeah, tough.
In case he's ever gotten a similar situation, because I would have been fine if they said to order something else. But then on the phone, they said they'd make it, and then in my face, they said they wouldn't. Taco Bell hit better anyway. Sorry for the long ass email, but hopefully you don't have a lot this week. We do.
Oh,
That's
no.
our fault.
This sounds like a Cody rabbit hole.
I was gonna say, if this happened to Cody, that story would be like. All right, you get it.
I ordered a BLT, literally the simplest thing you can fucking order. Just can I get some crispy bacon with that, please? Because I don't like chewy, rubbery bacon.
It's not that bad, Keegan, but we had to hit the button for you.
It was a fucking piece of rubber. It's like, what is this shit? They filled a medium cup and put it inside an empty large cup. One of the housekeeping people, she worked there. Could have left my scooter at home. I'm a big summer sausage fan.
They filled a medium cup and put it in an empty large cup.
But the easy thing you could have just done instead of going through all those hoops and being a Karen and all that is just, all right, cancel my order.
Was it a Karen
I'll go somewhere
situation?
else.
I think calling the manager is kind of where you lose it. But if the manager said we'll make it and then said we wouldn't.
Breakfast item after breakfast hours is Animal Planet.
No.
Like
That is fine. I understand that.
It's 11 a.m. here. Is it not 11 a.m. there?
No, it's 10:30.
Yeah, see, usually like 20 minutes is like a hard limit of like they're already doing the next thing. So if it's like 10:15 and you order a thing and then pull up after 10:30,
But once they say no, then like, okay, I'll just cancel my order.
But then
leave.
they said yes, because then they're like,
no, that was after they called the manager.
But the manager said yes, we'll make it, and then they didn't make it.
No, the manager's stupid.
I think it's a skill issue. Canadian McDonald's has all day breakfast.
Well, we used to have
as
all, well.
We used to have all day breakfast at McDonald's, and then people started abusing it, and so it's gone.
How do you abuse all day breakfast?
Well, it was fucked up because like they had all day breakfast except for the McGriddle, the one thing everybody fucking wanted.
It's the same thing here. You can't get those all day.
What?
Yeah, it's only like bagels and McMuffins, I think.
McDonald's, kill yourself.
Anyway, yeah, just go somewhere else.
I hate McDonald's. It's fake. I hate food.
All right, there you have it. That was Shrimp Hours 125.
Do we have a title?
Shopping
I
cart
have
album
Eco
cover?
Live from the I got Eco Live from the Pounder.
That was such a brief moment, though.
Yeah. What'd you say?
It's hard when it's all fan mail. I just appreciated
the piss trough.
Or like the trough rust. I'm still personally a fan of the shopping cart album cover. But
yeah, but that's not a title. That's like you put that on the background of us on the podcast on the thumbnail.
Yeah, it needs to be a thumbnail.
that's true. It can go in the thumbnail. We'll have some extra space this week because there's only 3 of us. So what the hell do we call this?
I do like the piss rust on the water heater, but it needs to be worded.
Yeah, I was gonna
Piss
say there's no
rust.
funny way to word it. Piss rust is just like that's like too foul. I feel like that crosses the line of like this is going on the back of a shirt.
I mean, look at these titles.
Yeah, but at least those are funny.
The Pounder.
That's already an episode.
That's what I'm saying. Is like we already
okay.
have the Pounder on there. Top 10% on Spotify.
On video. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Just top 10 on Spotify, is that it?
Yeah, top 10 on
10%, yeah.
Top 10%.
video
All right.
Spotify.
I'll figure out some kind of wording of that. Stop listening to us. Stop listening to Joe Rogan. Go outside. Touch grass. Bye.
Take your vitamin D.
Take your vitamin D.
Keep going. Touch ass.
Bye.